Surfer here for another video. And anyways, today we'll be talking about who killed Summer Rose. My theory is there's multiple theories people have of who killed her. I'm not gonna. If you just search up on YouTube, you'll see a lot of people come up. Whether it was Crow, Raven, Ozpin, Salem, which will be the one I picked today. But I believe the person who killed or was behind the murder of Summer Rose was Salem. I don't know if she directly, because in RWBY we basically know little to nothing about Summer. Yes, it's been told one time through Yang, one through Crow, and there's been mentions of her. And yes, RWBY does talk to her grave, but nothing super information, nothing with a bunch of information. And also, I will have a video leading up to after this, so please watch this video and watch the video after. This will also help with the next video that will be out, which is going to be why no one talks about Summer in RWBY, which I've come up with a theory with it. So continue on. We all know that Salem has this little minions. Well, no, little henchmen, I think, or little. I don't know what you can call all of them, but I'm just gonna refer to that. Salem has people sitting out to do her dirty work. You could say that. We have Arthur Watts, we have Hazel, we had Cinder, we have Tyrion. Who else did we? And we did have Emerald and Mercury, which are still part of that. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. I don't know if I'm forgetting anyone. And then there is Salem, but we all know Cinder dies. And you could say Raven, but we're not going to include her in this, okay? This is the time before Raven decided to jump on the Salem wagon in Volume 5. So if you have all bad around, that's my kitten. What do you have? Sorry guys, I just had to deal with my kitten real quick. But another thing I want to say is that, so it could have been one of them who actually did the killing, however she died, or it could have directly been Salem. And you also could directly point this to Ozpin if you set out on a mission and just went completely out of whack. Or maybe it wasn't Salem who killed Summer, but we're just gonna use Salem as the object of accused. Anyway, before I continue with this, if you guys want me to make another theory on who did kill someone with someone else thinking that they did it, let me know in the comments, because Summer is a very interesting character because of how little we know and who she was been told through Crow. We knew she had silver eyes like RWBY. We knew she was this amazing huntress. According to Yang, during the episode Burning Candle, I think that's what it was called. It was back in Volume 2. Yang is the one and only people who first open up talking about Summer. She tells Blake about Summer, and she went on a mission one day and she never came back, so she died. And then there's the thing, is Summer still alive? I'm not gonna get into that in this video, but for the sake of the video, she's dead. She never came back, in which this led Yang looking for Raven. But we're not gonna get into that. But continue on. So Yang talks about how she was this amazing huntress. She was basically, in her words, super mom. She was slayer of monsters and baker of cookies. And she apparently was just this wonderful mother, and then boom, she's gone. The way we've been told about how, basically saying that she's dead and gone, it seems kind of weird because Yang she went on a mission And if that mission was to track something down, or Salem, something would out with Salem, and if Salem found her, maybe was trying to go after her for years now. But, I've seen a lot of people basically say, I've read stuff saying that, the most thing people come up with when you write a fan fiction about someone and how she dies, that she gets killed by Grimm. If someone was this amazing huntress, how did she die? She only could die by someone else. Because with Silver Eyes, you can stop Grimm and kill them in the blink of an eye, which Crow basically says to RWBY. And RWBY has this ability, so someone knew how to use her Silver Eyes. And it seems that Salem kind of wants something to do with those eyes. And, okay, I'm going to go back to the first episode of RWBY with Osmond. This is going to be important. Osmond says to RWBY, "You have silver eyes." It sounds like this isn't the first time he's said that. And I'm guessing the first time he met Summer, he said that and knew what she was. And boom. Because we have to remember, Osmond's been around for a long time. And I don't think Osmond saw this one coming with Summer. And I think now that he learned his mistakes, because he's mentioned he's made more mistakes than any man, woman, or child on this earth. Which means Summer was another thing that happened, and what are you doing, cat? Oh God, why can't you just go lay down and fall asleep? I'm so sorry. No. Get down. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I wouldn't say that Osmond made a mistake with Summer and everything, but I will be talking about Red Like Roses Part 2, that song, and it really talks about, in my opinion, the song is... So I'm trying to see what my cat's doing right now. You're gonna make a bunch of noise, aren't you? No. You figured it out? Okay. Sorry, guys. My kitten was trying to climb on something. Try to do something. I don't know. So, if you hear a lot of noises, back down to my kitten. So, yeah, and I wouldn't... Back to Red Light Burst Part 2. I feel like it's Summer's message to RWBY saying not to make the same exact mistakes I did. Don't do this. It's just... It goes through telling how she basically probably died, and not for you to go through that. And there's a line saying, basically referring... Oh my God. Why? Get on the bed. I am so sorry. I'm really referring to the fact that she died, and she probably knew about her silver eyes since she was very young. RWBY only learned about it back in the end of Volume 3, which RWBY was 15 at the time. So yeah, she never knew how important her eyes were until then. And my guess is that Summer kind of knew ever since she was younger, and she just never knew how to use it until probably one day she figured it out. Okay, no blabbing on about Summer. Well, this is what this video is about. But, the next thing is that... While I'm making a video. So I'm talking to my cat halfway through this video. Whatever, just ignore the waffling in the background. So going back to the fact who killed someone, maybe someone did fight Salem herself, and she lost, but Salem's this all-time powerful being who creates Grimm, but Grimm is directed towards more negative emotions. And some things seem like the person to be also negative. If RWBY's anything like Summer, yeah. But it just, her death does not, everything that we've seen and been told and been implied, nothing really adds up to her death. And the only conclusion I've been able to come about is maybe Sam's the main culprit. Because it seems like when... Cinder got pretty much almost killed by RWBY with her silver eyes. And it seemed like it wasn't the first time Salem has dealt with a silver eye warrior. And Hazel or Watts mentioned back in RWBY, it's not like we've dealt it's like they've dealt with her kind before, which meaning, one, Silver Warriors, two, the Rose family, because somehow the Roses is probably important in this, because it seems like they're the only people who have this trait. But continuing with that theory later on, and this being, it wasn't, Salem probably knew a way around to dealing with a Silver Warrior by killing them, and I don't know, herself could get near enough to Summer, maybe Summer could have, who knows what, could have used a Silver Eyes, but we don't, see, Sam can create Grim, we don't know if she's even Grim herself, so her Silver Eyes may not work on her. This cat's gonna be driving me nuts all night. Okay. So yeah, I believe it could have been one of them who killed her directly, or Salem did it herself. And you can go point back, well, if Osmond never sent her on that mission, she would have never died. Maybe someone chose to go on the mission for specific reasons, which comes another thing that could back up this theory, which is by maybe she knew she was going to die on this mission, she'd rather die than let Sam track after her and RWBY, because there we go. My theory is that if Summer knew about this mission, what this intended to be, knowing she would die, maybe Osmond told not to go on it, everyone told not to go, but she went because she wanted to protect her daughter. Or, you also could include Yang, but RWBY with the Silver Eyes, and Summer knew that, and knew that Sam could possibly be after her one day. I know this does not seem like a probability, I know this is probably a little outrageous, but it's my thoughts and what I think. And could Summer went blindly into it, and could just the mission gone all wrong, and just she got caught in the wrong moment and just died. That could be another way she was killed. But looking at this, it just seems like Salem knew, and Salem acted, and wanted Summer dead because of a Silver and what she could do. And it could be the fact that Summer maybe was becoming more powerful, and RWBY is becoming more stronger as the volumes go on, and as time goes on. And Salem is running out of time to where Team RWBY is going to come kick her butt. As whatever you want to refer to as. But Salem, I do think, has this interest and fascination behind the Silver Eyes, or maybe she just wants all Silver Eye Warriors dead the first time she hears about them, because she knows what they can do. She's been around probably as long as Osmond has, and Osmond's probably been around since the first Silver Eye Warrior, and he probably knows what. But another thing is, okay, so if Osmond knew about the Silver Eyes and the ability, why doesn't he teach RWBY to baby? Because he doesn't know how to. The only person that knew how to use Silver Eyes is dead. We all know about this old lady in Volume 6, okay? We all know but a lot of people think she had Silver Eyes or has them, and maybe could help RWBY. See, that's interesting. And I think one of the reasons what led up to Summer's death is really to protect RWBY, and maybe stole some time till RWBY was old enough to learn about her Silver Eyes, learn how to use them, and then could stop Salem. Because could the Silver Eyes stop Salem? Probably. And with Summer who was killed by Salem, probably to prevent her own demise. Could be that. Or, I think Salem killed her. Don't know exactly the details on how, but one thing I do want to see in this volume is that we learn more about Summer. What she does, what she can do, who she is. And I want to learn more about Team Stark, because on that. So, yeah, this is basically my theory that Salem killed Summer, and at least one of her little henchmen did. Just something involving around Salem. And that's basically it. And why Summer probably, she knew she was going to die on this mission. Summer seemed like would take it in general, maybe to protect RWBY in the future. Because in Red Like Roses Part 2, she mentioned she doesn't want RWBY to end up like Summer. Basically, it's what she tells to me, in my opinion, that song is someone's message to RWBY for her not to end up like her. And I will be talking about that song in the future, because I feel like that song is such a huge message to Ruby Rose. And between these two, because she doesn't, Summer doesn't want Ruby to suffer the same fate. And so, yeah, so anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this theory, hit the like button and hit that like button. And also, if you did enjoy and hit that like button, consider subscribing because I make more content like this. And don't forget to comment if you think differently of me or you want to add something. Just don't forget to comment because I would like that. And anyways, guys, this is Trevor. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!